Alright, that should have fixed mine. Hold on, let's try to fix one more. Um, Alright, now say something. Hooray! Mine's fixed. Alright, let me see if I can work on getting Dapper's fixed. Alright, let's see here. Alright, that means something's going on with my desktop audio. Okay, let's try now. Say something now.
Can you hear me? Copy, copy.
Haha! We should be good. We should be all set now. That should have done
Can you
it.
see a 1 in the chat if you can hear me?
I just saw the mic. I just saw the little volume thingy working as you were talking. So, hooray! All right, go ahead. Continue.
All right. Okay, now we're rock and rolling.
That
Sorry
was
about that,
annoying. We
guys.
should have tested that.
Yep. Okay, sweet. Let's get going. All right, we're going to start over. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Super excited. Obviously, we've been waiting on these indicators for months and months and months working, and we're finally able to release step 1 of our full indicator pack. Keywords on that pack, right? Step 1 of a long process here that will be rolling out over the next couple months. So I'm excited to be able to stay with step 1 with you guys and release it. So today, what are we looking at? Three-legged goose, which I'm sure many of you have heard of, and tick plus, which I'm sure you've also heard that name floated. Today we finally get to dig into it, show what it's really all about. So what is the three-legged goose? Three-legged goose is our all-in-one intraday trading system. 14 individual components, all packed into one really nice, clean package. So no more messing around with different indicators, messing with settings on different indicators. One and done's everything you need. Tick Plus is our complete market internals dashboard. Once again, sleek, information dense, easy to use product. No more messing around trying to get tick overlaid on your chart. No more messing around trying to overlay advanced decliners over Vold. One click, indicators on, you are rocking and rolling. So we can go into our next slide here and take a look at the system. So here is a look at our entire Tick Plus and Three-Legged Goose system. As you can see, Three-Legged Goose sits on top, Tick Plus sits underneath. Once again, this is something that many of you have seen, not all of the moving parts, but we're excited to announce it. So let's talk about our pipeline a little bit and the plan moving forward. All right, I mentioned at the beginning that this is a pack. So we're going to be building on to these indicators. By once, you receive everything part of the pack. Obviously, today we're announcing our three-legged goose and tick plus. Just want to tease at the beginning a couple things that you can see coming up soon. Automatic imbalance identifier with volume-based pivots. And this is a little hint for those who are paying attention. What comes next? Automatic tendy shop ruler. For those who have been hanging out in our channel and understand the way we trade momentum, I think that'll be a good hint for what's looking up next. After that, top secret. Lots of things in the works. This entire package will be minimum 6 indicators with updates and build outs on those 6 moving forward as well. So we can dig into our three-legged goose specifically just a little bit more. So what makes a good indicator system? We have a couple important parts that I think make a good indicator. We want easy to read volume. We want easy to tell breakouts with targets already automated. We want something that can find trend. We want something that can identify a mean reversion. Three-legged Goose has all of those pieces built into one. Let's touch on the volume section. In the top right or left hand of your screen, you'll be able to see there's an easy to read volume and ATR table. No doing math or having different indicators for figuring out your ATR. You know exactly what the range of the day is, when you should see exhaustion, and if that volume is abnormal or not. We have breakouts with targets. Obviously, one of our favorite ways to play a breakout is our opening range. Automatic targets building off of our opening range. This makes playing the breakout easy. You can have confidence in it, and you know where to exit. It automatically builds on your screen as the day progresses. For mean reversion, we have ADR zones. These act as major support and resistances, as well as show you the projected volatility of the day. So coupled with our ATR, you can understand exactly what type of move we have in the context of every other move. And finally, trend. So we're very happy to announce a quad momentum system that paints directly on your candles to make trend finding extremely easy, as well as an anchored VWAP system to keep you on the right side of trend and really be able to snipe those entries. Now we can go a little bit more in depth with our opening range breakouts. And we will let this GIF load a little bit. There we go. So, as you can see here, price moving along. Opening range automatically builds for you. Price targets automatically build for you. Super compact, super clean, super concise. Takes all of the worry out of ever having to set these ranges again. Where do I take profit? What is the probable range of our opening range? All automatic, all done for you. Next is our anchored VWAP system. So we've pre-programmed 3 dynamic trend-finding anchored VWAPs at different time intervals that we've back-tested extremely well. These work flawlessly to show who's in control, what side of trend, and where probable reversals will happen. Because we're using an anchored volume-weighted system, they're ensuring that they're much faster than your standard moving averages, which we can even see in this example on the screen. The anchored VWAPs are responding much quicker to price than our moving average cloud, as well as calling the bottoms and tops way more efficiently. Next thing we want to talk about is our average daily range zones. Another thing those who have been in the Discord for a while are very familiar with. Built in, you never have to worry about finding them again. Simply, we're calculating the difference between high and lows, averaging them out over a period of time, overlaying them once the day opens, and boom, automatic support and resistance on your chart. So already with these 3 examples, we have automatically on your chart given you a breakout level, take profit levels, resistance levels, support levels, and trend finding instruments, with all you having to do is sit back and watch the screen. Also included in this indicator, on top of all of the cool stuff that we've done on our own, we have a ton of extra goodies, so you don't need to clog up your indicator page with extra stuff. 3 EMAs are included, 1 EMA cloud included, standard VWAP included, important daily levels, all included in this indicator. You don't have to mess around, find settings for a certain thing. It's all in one and done. Simple Simon. Next, we can talk about our relative volume and ATR table. So this is one of the kind of underutilized tools. It's not that eye-catchy, but it can be very powerful in your intraday trading. So let's look at what we're looking at here. We have ATR. No clunky calculations, no added indicators, just an easy-to-read readout. Tells you how much that stock has moved based on its ATR. Same with volume, really quick. We can know then if participation is above average, below average, super easy to read with a nice little percent readout. And one of the strengths of this is looking at multiple look-back periods. Using this multiple time frame analysis, we can put the context of today's move in the context of recent moves as well as historically to understand, is this breakout legit? Is it real? Is there volume coming in? We now have a way to simply put those moves in context without having to worry or look at anything else. Next up, we have our quad momentum system. So this is something I'm very excited about. You've heard Sig and I leak a little bit, but this is our all-in-one trend finding system. What are we looking at for quad momentum? Well, 4 main parts here. We have price, tick, advancers, decliners, and vold. If all of those 4 are meeting certain criteria, we will print a buy signal, a sell signal, or an unsure signal. This makes breakouts super easy, trend super easy. You don't have to guess if the market is with you. You don't have to guess if this is a dead cat or not. It is super simple to just look at your candles and you'll know. So here's our example. As you can see, when we have a red candle, all 4 metrics are green bearish. A gray candle means uncertainty. We don't know. Possible time to take risk off, look for a reversal or exhaustion, and our green candle means all 4 metrics are green bullish. In the example provided, you can see we're able to get into this breakout when our quad momentum flips green and ride that breakout all the way until we flip back to gray, showing points of possible exhaustion. This also makes the downtrend or the pullback much easier to identify in trade. How do we know if this is a good pullback that we should purchase or if we should look for it to come lower? Quad momentum does all that work for you. Just looking at your candles, you know which way the market is moving without you having to do any analysis other than looking at your candles. And that is basically it for our 3-legged goose. I have up on the screen just a couple examples. We can see it works in a bearish scenario, bullish scenario. It all runs nicely. Let it play and load a little bit. These GIFs will be available, so you guys can obviously go and check them out inside the Discord as well, and go use the backtesting function with these once you get into the pack.
Yeah, it's loading a little laggy, unfortunately, the GIFs. But
So now that
we'll
we've
post
talked
those
about
after.
3-legged goose, let's move a little bit into our tick plus indicator. So tick plus sits underneath your chart. Tick plus is our all-in-one market internals dashboard. Everything is right in front of you. No more guessing, looking around for things, finding things, rock and roll, all there. So what makes tick plus? Well, we have 4 main components to tick plus. First, obviously our tick chart. So real-time, NYSE or NASDAQ tick, you can choose between both, fully customizable. We're automatically tracking your highest and lowest tick, as well as marking your probable reversal zones. No more fumbling with the built-in trading view tick. We have a chart showing vold versus advancers decliners. Right? This allows you to easily track your divergences, spot reversals before they occur in price. Once again, no more fumbling with trying to get them overlaid nicely, getting your colors matched up. It's all in one, easy to go. We have 2 full, very powerful tables that show you your market internals, as well as track intraday sector rotation. This means you don't have to flip between tabs to look at different securities, whether that's ETFs or indexes, as well as all of your sectors right in front of your face. You know where people are positioning, you know where money's going. The last thing is our market sync. So market sync gives you divergence or confluence of the entire market in a single line readout. This is what really is the powerhouse of Tick Plus. It is a single line. It doesn't look that strong, but you will never have to be on the wrong side of trend with our market sync as well as our quad momentum. Here up on the screen now, we have our tick chart. As you can see, very clean readout. Reversal zones marked, high and lows automatically marked. Easy to know when we set new high ticks, new low ticks. When we're talking on voice, when we're talking about plus or minus 500 reversals, no more second guessing. We're all on the same page. Next is our simple but yet powerful Vold versus Advancers Decliners line. One that we should be pretty familiar with how to use our Vold and Advanced Decline line overlaid. If not, always good to review through our educational material, our market internals class. But right in front of your face, super simple to use. Next, we're going to look at our market internals dashboard. So, super information packed, right? What do we have in here? Well, on our left side, we can see that we have all of our internals right at our fingertips, right in front of our eyes. Advanced decline, fold ratios, trend for both NYSE and NASDAQ. No more guessing, no more fumbling through tabs, trying to look up things on different programs. You sit down on your computer, you know the trend of the day. This top box, we'll get into our market sync a little bit later in the presentation. If you don't like to watch the market sync line, we will give you a trend indicator right on top. If you want to know if the market leaning bullish, bearish, or neutral, readouts right there. Once again, no more second guessing. It's all in front of your face. I do want to talk about these 6 boxes on the right side as well, where we have our ETFs right now, as well as VIX and our put to call ratio. These are all fully customizable. So if you prefer to watch certain securities versus these ETFs, you want to change it up instead of having, like I said, the ETFs, maybe there's a couple stocks you want to watch. Right in the settings, you throw it all in. You can have it right there. We offer percentage-based as well as price-based. So whatever you need to do to set up your system, it's all good to go. Next is our sector rotation. Super clean. We have set up our sectors based on a category of defensive or cyclical. We're tracking these sectors from the open of the day, not including the overnight gap. This cuts out all of the noise of low volume with a stock making a big move up or down. We get to see where people are actually putting their money into work during the day, as well as if they're positioning risk on or risk off. This can help you see reversals in the market before they occur in price by seeing the sector rotation. Then we get the TFC flow alerts on top. Easy to go. Now we finally can get into our market sync a little bit. So this small but powerful indicator analyzes the inflow and outflow of underlying securities, looking for divergence and confluence between their exchanges. Now I know that sentence is a mouthful, but the way to think about it is we're giving you the trend of the entire market down on a stock by stock level on a single readout line. Is that reversal good? Is that reversal bad? This line will tell you. No more guessing and looking at the Dow, SPY, Russell, NASDAQ all together. What are commodities doing? We have it all on one line. You can easily trade trend, stay in trades. This mixed with quad momentum, you have no reason to be on the wrong side of trend. It's all given to you. Super simple. And once again, this market sync is a readout as well on the table. So if you don't prefer the line, you can rock and roll. So now to the fun part. Today, we have our limited time lifetime access package for our launch special. So what are you getting with our TFC indicator pack? Obviously, right now, today, access to our 3-legged Goose and Tick Plus. All future indicators in the pipeline, we talked about at the beginning, as well as all future updates are included. And this launch price is quite remarkable in my opinion. Monthly, $20 a month. Lifetime, $350. So based off our normal pricing, we're taking 20% off your monthly, 30% off your lifetime. But just alone with the market sync and quad momentum, I'm confident with the volatility in SPY, 350, this thing can make that in one day. So that's about it in terms of our quick walkthrough of 3-legged Goose as well as the Tick Plus. I know you guys have been hearing about this, excited about this for a while. Now we can finally give it to you and go play with it. I hope people are excited about the future pipeline. I am. There's a lot of really cool stuff in the pipeline. This is the beginning though, and this journey by the end should have any indicator you will ever need, packaged ready to go with TFC. So, any questions, comments?
Let's open it up to questions. Go ahead and type them right in the YouTube chat, or if you're in the Discord, you go ahead and throw them in any of the chats, and just at me or Dapper, and we'd be happy to answer any questions you had on this.
Yeah, I'll be watching Nintendo Shop here a bit if people are typing. I haven't been watching, obviously, so questions.
So TOS.
Is this for TOS?
Yeah, Dapper, go ahead and answer that, Dapper.
Okay, so TOS right now there is no release. We have thought about doing TOS releases. It is not in the current pipeline, so I don't want to say yes, it's coming, but I also don't want to say no, it's not. I know that doesn't answer your question, but short answer, no, not for TOS today.
Dapper, Tick Plus, should he have it on each chart he has open?
If you want to, Bulldog. So we've talked about, right, with our market internals class, it can help you intraday trading. If you're running multiple panes, I think you only need to run it on one single pane. Later in the Discord, I will post some screenshots of how I have it set up. Running your tick and vold can obviously be helpful on your main chart, regardless of the security you're playing, especially if you're playing mega tech and mega cap stocks. We know that they are basically the indices, so they'll all trade together quite well. It isn't necessary on all of your charts, but it's something that I always have up on a screen somewhere.
Transitory Millionaire wants to know, can you use either of these as a screener or just follow one ticker at a time?
As a screener. So, could you go in a little bit more depth, Transitory, with that question?
While we're waiting for that, looks like we have a couple questions. Is there going to be a free trial available?
So, that question, do you feel comfortable answering that, Tom?
I hadn't planned on doing any free trials at the moment. It's priced so low that the way I feel about it is $20 a month, that if you don't like it after a month, it's understand, we could talk about it. But if it was like $100 a month, I would do a free trial. But at $20 a month, I don't think a trial is needed. I mean, you can watch the videos and understand whether you'll enjoy it or not. And at this time, we're not going to offer a free trial.
Okay, so I see a few questions in the Discord, as well as in YouTube here, talking about backtesting. So now that we finally have got this out, right, most of our Monday classes are going to be focused on backtesting with our actual indicator, right? So with no more of us, talking around things, we can tell you how it is, what we're using, right? So lots of backtesting capabilities. I saw Frank showed market internals show up. We are running into some issues with bugs. That is step one on getting fixed. So the tick displays correctly. The formatting just gets weird because of how TradingView is pulling data for their internals. But it is doable, and yeah, so yes. What else? I saw another one. I see Sig and Random are answering questions in the stream, but yeah, so if I didn't stress it enough, absolutely everything about this indicator is fully customizable. There's alerts on everything. Everything is fully customizable. So you want to run different EMAs, you can do it. You don't want to run VWAPs, take them off. Everything you can put on, put off, change the colors, alerts on everything. You want to set up alerts for all opening ranges on multiple tickers, rock and roll. We got it. It's all there. So anything you could think about customizing or putting alerts or changing, I believe it's in there. And if it's not, let us know and we'll add it right away. Customizable, flexibility, those are big things. So we took a long time to make sure it can get into your hands in a good working condition.
Looks like Millionaire wants to know if you can use it as a screener. I don't think that's its intended purpose, but maybe you can clarify.
It depends on how you would view it as a screener. I'm not going to leak anything because I'm not big at leaking things, so there may or may not be a screener in the works. You didn't hear that here, though.
Okay.
Load times are good, Thomas.
We do have...
Once it's on, it's on.
So we do have some tutorials. We also will be using it on live and have been using it on live. And we'd be more than happy I believe tomorrow you're going to be going through this in class as well. So definitely
Yeah,
going to be a lot of in-depth tutorials, Q&As, things like that, how to use it, how to apply it, etc. And the big
I
thing I want to
think.
point out is
Go
that
ahead.
you can use this on the free version of TradingView, so you don't have to pay for the upgraded version. So if you're paying $25 to $60 a month to get extra indicators, you could get the free version, use this as one indicator, all have 16 indicators all in one indicator. I think that's another plus that a lot of people may not be considering.
So, a couple of these questions I see too. Specific timeframes. Anything that you're running your tick chart on, we recommend smaller time frames, 5 minutes and below, but it works on everything. 15 is good. This is an intraday system, right? So where it's focused more towards intraday time frames, right? So 15 and below works well. Can go up. For your running the tick plus, I recommend running it on a lower time frame so you can get more granularity out of your tick, but works on anything. And I want to really stress, I don't think I stressed this enough, and Tom just brought it up, but you don't need TradingView Premium for this. And this is giving you so many indicators within one where you could never access it without a TradingView Premium plan, right? And that's something we really wanted to push forward is this can really help you get your hands on our entire system without needing to purchase some TradingView upgrades.
Is there any questions that we missed here?
And obviously, I'm guessing a large majority of you guys are in the Discord already. Sig and I are here and random as well to answer any and all questions. Give us all the feedback, all the questions, everything you have that pertains to this stuff. Funnel to us. Those who are watching YouTube live who aren't part of the Discord, come hang out. We'll have educational material and strategies for all of this. It's live right now, Skang. So
Mr. V wants to know the candle color meaning. So if like that when it's fully green, that means that all four momentum indicators are in agreement. When it's gray, that means there's indecision. And when there's hot, what does the hollow one mean again? I believe those
So,
are.
well, yeah, when there's hollow or no color, it's just telling you that one aspect is not a green, right? So, when you think about the four indicators, what could that mean, right? You could be getting your Vold curl, right, while price, advanced decliners, and tick are still making a downtrend, something we trade almost every day in the server, right? So, how can we spot that reversal? We can do it with our candle colors now as well. So, makes things really simple. Will there be an indicator guide with more in-depth descriptions? Yep, Scott. So that's all going to be handled through the educational pipeline with me and Sig. So every week we'll be hitting it. Come with your questions. Basically, everything we've built in here, you can watch previous classes as well and be squared away with understanding it. So it's really adapted for those who have seen the previous classes, but gets you up to speed while using it to catch up if you weren't around for that. So really good transition between the educational side when we're more academic in our classroom, and now we have an indicator where everything we teach is in your hands, no fumbling around with stuff. You can just go execute. So
Yeah, and I just want to reiterate that while we're launching these two as part of the pack, there are more indicators that will be released included at the same price. So we're not going to add on price. It's kind of like when we released standard. We kept adding things, but the price always stayed the same. Will be the same price forever, and all future updates and indicators will be a part of it. And I want to iterate that the launch price is not a 12-month price. It is a lifetime price that you'll have forever with no price raises. So I do think this is separate from standard. This is a totally different product. It's a TradingView product, so I want to also say that it is a separate from the standard subscription, but it is meant to accompany it and enhance your trading, if that makes sense.
Yep, cannot stress that enough, right? You're paying for the full package, which will be minimum 6+ indicators. So um, you can lock in your price now with the two, but they're unlimited updates, right? We will always be updating these things, and we will always be pushing these to the limit. So
Where can Chris find the classes on it if he's not in the Discord?
so classes specifically on the indicator, you're going to have to be a member of the Discord to access. There are some little bits on Sig's Twitch if you'd like to get a little taste of our kind of educational style, as well as on the TFC website. But for any specific strategy or running with the indicator is going to be focused to TFC members.
The promotion's going to last until June 6th, so about 3 weeks. I will say, so Seth, just to answer your question, if you want to pay monthly, you could pay $20 a month for as long as you want the indicator. If you want to just pay a one-time fee of $350, that's it. You just pay it once and you never have to pay again, and you'll always have all the indicators and all future updates for life. So it's one or the other. You pick which works for you. If you want to try it for a month for $20 and then decide to get the lifetime, we do upgrades, and then if you have any time remaining, that will be discounted from the lifetime. So let's say you use half a month, you'd get $10 off the lifetime as well. Or if let's say you try it for a week and you decide you love it, you would get $15 discount off the lifetime as well, and that's off of the 350. So those will be prices for the next 3 weeks, and then we'll go to normal pricing. So
I think this is a good question. Sorry to interrupt. Out of Carolina, really quick, the Panther. Yeah, it's literally, that's as easy as it is. The question is, so it's as easy as loading it up on TradingView and that's it? Yep, done deal. Plug it in, you have everything you need. Basically, Sig and I's entire intraday system, 2 buttons, you're in. Don't have to mess with settings, don't have to mess with anything.
I personally never changed the default settings, and I've been using it for weeks now, and I actually really love Tick Plus personally because it tells me, it's one of the only indicators I've seen that isn't lagging. It can tell me before a reversal is about to happen. If I see a giant crash and tick and the price is still going up, that tells me we're near the top. That's my favorite. That might be my favorite part of this, to be honest, is the tick overlay.
I think something that's nice that you saying that just kind of reminded me of is all of the staff members have a different favorite part, and they've all been able to find something in it that has really improved their own trading, right? And I think that just like talks to the quality of all the moving components to this, where there's parts that Avery really likes, there's parts that Tom really likes, right? There we have a Black Mamba, there's parts he really likes, right? But they're all able to, like we say, plug and play and make it work into their system, streamline things, compact, concise, and clean, right? That's what we're going for at the end of the day.
All right, what other questions do you guys have? I mean, this is something that Sig and Dapper wanted to develop for themselves, so it's their personal trading system as well. I want to reiterate that as well. And even Avery put his magic touch on it and incorporated a lot of his trading system. So it's all of our trading systems basically built for you. So if you didn't have us around, you would still have all the data that we read off our screens in one indicator. I think that's what's really cool about it as well.
Yep. No more, everyone loves Sig's right spy streams that he does. Now you have the entire system that he's streaming. Just a click away. Right? Anytime people ask me to stream, that you have it. You now have it. The entire system. No more having to run the exclamation Dapper pack in the Discord. What is the Dapper pack? Well, you're looking at it, right? It will be this entire package. We're building this for us, right? Obviously, we have you in mind, but this is, We're gonna be honest here. We wanted our system, right? And where we go. Can you show me a picture, Frank? I think if we have no more questions out of YouTube, probably go hang out in the Discord server for a little bit, and get squared away. So, any questions you guys have, I'll be hanging out in the Discord server. Shoot 'em my way. I can even go on voice if you guys want. We can rewalk through this PowerPoint. We can go answer questions. I know you guys are excited, so let's get after it, right?
Yeah, I'm just going to hang out for a minute or two more, and if we don't see any questions, we can continue to answer questions in the Discord and so on and so forth. And then again, we will be hosting a special class tomorrow for all standard members. Then maybe we'll broadcast that live on YouTube. I'll have to talk to you about that, but I do think this is something that should help everyone. I'm really excited for it. I know I've been using it for weeks now. Dappers, how does this work on mobile? Do you like it on? Have you used it on mobile before?
It's very clean actually. So something that, speaking of mobile, something that I found to be the biggest issue with mobile, right, is indicators that will paint lines all the way across your chart. So it lays a line, it's on previous price history and forward-looking price history, right? Something that's really nice about three-legged Goose is all that stuff is building on your current bar on the right side of your screen. So it makes your chart really clean on your desktop, obviously, but on mobile, it takes out so much clutter. You don't have lines everywhere, right? You can look at the candle, the current candle, and you have a price target above you and below you at all times, right? If we're, really on like a big upward push, that orb is going to keep building PTs for you, right? We're going to always continuously have a price target above us. Same way on the downside, right? If we're on a day where we're kind of consolidating and chopping, all of that information will just be on the right side of your screen, very clean. So for mobile, it is one of the better sides.
It should work well on your iPad, HSU. Bulldog wants to know if he should still put his support and resistance areas or if there's no longer needed.
Am I back now? My Discord crashed.
Oh, I was like, you like roboted and then left. Bulldog wants to know if he should still put his support and resistance areas or if he no longer needs to.
That is, yeah, I'm depending on your time frame, right? So let's talk about what this is doing, right? So this is our intraday system. So if you're still looking at your main weekly levels, right, or monthly levels, those aren't included in this system. Those are in the pipeline. And if you guys want, we can go relook at the pipeline slide. But the next kind of iteration of the TFC indicator pack is going to be more swing trade focused. So we're going to be giving you larger time levels. When the entire package is said and done, you should not have to do anything. The goal is to have every aspect of trading completely automated. You sit down, you know where support is, you know where resistance is, you have trend, it's all good to go. So yes, today I would still recommend, obviously, plotting your supply and demand zones, so plotting your support and resistance, but the pipeline package is going to be complete automation. And we can already see like hints of that in with the, with three-legged Goose right now. We're automating all of your price targets, all of your intraday volatility metrics, everything is automated. So that's obviously a big thing with TFC, right? So pushing forward.
Yeah, just to answer Darian, you do not need to be a TFC basic or standard member to purchase and use this. This is completely separate, and if you are not a subscriber currently, you could totally use this and use it on its own, and that's one of the things it's intended for. Also, the EMA, or you can. I saw someone said make sure your background's not white. All of the colors are completely customizable in the settings, so if you wanted to change the colors, you certainly can.
Yeah, so the white ones, I think it's going to be your opening range price targets, right? So you can just go down, opening range, switch the color of the price targets, rock and roll.
EMA settings static or can be changed. If static, what is the setting?
Sorry. Did the thing not get in? EMA static setting or can be changed? Can be changed. Everything's changed. You can run a 1, 2, 3 EMA with a 2 to 3 EMA cloud if you want. Whatever you want.
Yeah, and just again, Jay, all future indicators will be added to this pack for free. So if you lock in the price now and we launch, I think we're planning 4 more indicators. Does that sound right?
Minimum. It'll be more than that, but yes.
We have 4 in our heads right now that we're going to make, and then as we think of more, we'll launch more. But all of them will be added for free. So if you lock in the price now, those will be added for free down the road. And if you buy the lifetime, those will be added for free as well. You never have to pay another dime. So hopefully that's very clear. And we wanted to make it simple, easy to afford, but very powerful system that you guys can have. Darian, this is an intraday system with these 2 indicators. We have not really used it for swinging. I personally haven't. I don't know if you have, Dapper, but I really only use it for entering exit trades throughout the day, etc.
Yeah,
but
so,
there is going to be a swing
Go ahead.
indicator. There is a swing indicator in the work that'll be added to the pack for free.
Correct. So just to kind of like add on that a little bit, what can we infer from this indicator for a swing trader, right? Well, based on even just looking at three-legged goose, right? We can see what trend is like for today. What is the volume for today? Where is our probable support zone? If we have a day where we're pushing really hard, the market looks good, the indicator tells you that you can feel confident in a swing using the tools, right? Is it going to set you a swing plan in three-legged goose? Not necessarily, right? It's going to set you up for a pure automated intraday plan. But can we still use the tools to make inferences about follow-through for tomorrow? For sure, right? Tick Plus has all of your trend kind of ideas on it, all of your internal metrics. We can see put to call ratio. We can use all of the tools to make really strong, educated, high R&R swing trades, right? So just because the system is meant for day trading in terms of all of the little meticulous moving parts, it can be utilized as a swing trader, right? You're just going to have to interpret some of the values differently because you're coming in with a different lens. So I see some questions. What are the anchored VWAPs are kind of full proprietary. They can't be changed. We work really hard on them for a full intraday system. They are more than just a blatantly placed anchored VWAP. There's a reason for where they're placed that I'm not going to go into too much detail about. But I would really recommend going and do some back testing. Right, turn your replay mode on, see how the EMA or the VWAPs are reacting with price. Tomorrow in class, we'll be going deep into the anchored VWAPs with how to identify trend, trade setups purely off the anchored VWAPs. They're trades similar to like our opening range low to opening range mean trade we like. They're similar setups to that with high win rates, just based on the anchored VWAPs and how price reacts with them. So, yeah, exactly. So Cowboy just made a really good point in the Discord. Said, so I can get a trading view tailored to TFC for only slightly above the cost of Trading View Pro. Exactly. Yep. Bingo.
Skang wants to know the quick story behind the name Three-Legged Goose. You feel comfortable
We're
saying
gonna,
that?
yeah. No, I can tell the story, but we're gonna save that for tomorrow in class because the story of where it came from, some of the inspiration from it, um, will make sense with the system we're using. So we're gonna save that for class tomorrow, but we will get into it. We will get into it.
You just want to check, make sure there's any questions we didn't answer?
I think we're pretty good. I'm mainly focused on YouTube questions now. If there's someone's question in the Discord that I missed or Sig didn't get to or random, like I said, I'll go hang out in the Discord in a voice channel. We can all chat. We can look at some stuff for a little bit. But if that's, I think we're good for YouTube. Um, yeah.
Just to reiterate, the launch price is a lifetime price if you get the monthly. So once the special's over, the $20, if you get it before the special's over, will be lifetime. So if you keep it for 3 years, 5 years, it'll always be $20 a month. And again, the lifetime price is just a one-time price, and you get everything forever at that price. And yes, Darian, this is literally meant to help you not pay for the upgrades, so you can have everything in one indicator and you don't need the 3+. That's the idea behind it. Does a Dapper Selfie NFT come with it? We could work on that for you, Kevin. It has to be.
Oh, Kevin for sure. Kevin can have that. Actually, we need the Kevin indicator where it just draws a line every 25 cents on your chart.
That's extra. All right, I think that's
Cool.
gonna do it. We had planned an hour for this. If you guys have more questions, feel free to contact us in Discord. Feel free to tweet at us or anything you guys want to know. We're here to explain it so you guys fully understand it and know how to use it. This is meant for you guys as well. So,
Cool beans. Thanks, guys. I'll be in the Discord. Have a good night.
all right, thanks everyone. SK, yes, you could start with monthly and upgrade. Absolutely. Cool, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Special lasts till 6/6. June 6th. So 3 weeks we're going to do the special for.